Hey there, Bill Andre, Lakeshore Exterior Cleaning. I want to talk to you a little bit about the difference between exterior cleaning and pressure washing. And depending on what you're doing, there may be a huge difference or there may not be a difference at all. If we're exterior cleaning concrete, we still tend to use pressure washers for that, surface cleaners, stuff like that. When we're doing houses and roofs, though, we use a process called soft washing. And it sounds like, as I've gotten into the industry, more and more people are becoming familiar with the term soft washing. And basically, what soft washing is, it's where you take a solution and you put it on the siding of houses, um, and you let it dwell for a little while, and then you rinse it off. This is a much safer version of cleaning. You'll see people who may use a pressure washer, but what they're using is volume as opposed to pressure. So if somebody comes in and says that they'll pressure wash your house, um, you might want to make sure you're asking some questions, clarifying questions. Um, when we use a pressure washer, we use a pressure washer using volume or gallons per minute, where some people will use pressure or PSI. PSI is not what you want to hear when they're talking about cleaning your house or cleaning your roof. PSI is pressure. You want gallons per minute. You want volume. And what we use is volume. And what that means is we're using more water with less pressure. And the nice thing about volume is the pressure that comes out of there is not maybe a little bit more than what would come out of your garden hose. It's just being able to use 8 gallon per minute pressure washer, we can just reach higher lengths and we can use more water. Um, the only time you really ever want to hear PSI or pressure is, maybe if you're doing concrete and stuff like that. But even again, you don't want to be very high in the PSI on that either. A lot of the common mistakes used for pressure washer, especially homeowners, is they want to try and do it themselves. The problem is, even if you're using a green tip, or white tip, which are tips that are probably the least amount of pressure, you can still damage your siding. And most notably, you get water behind your siding, and that's where you can run into some problems. The biggest thing you want to avoid is anything higher than you get into the red tips. I've seen people try to pressure wash their house with red tips, and it's like taking a pencil and just drawing all over the siding. You use a red or a yellow tip, you're really going to do some damage. So you really got to be smart in how you're attacking that. You have people around who are professionals who can do it right, and you're going to walk out of there a lot happier than somebody who's going to come in and use an actual pressure washer. The nice thing about soft washing as opposed to pressure washing is when you soft wash, you're actually killing the organic growth on the side, which is like your mildew, your algae, and stuff like that. You're actually killing it, so it's going to stay cleaner longer. When you use pressure, all you're really doing is knocking it off. You're not really killing it. It's going to look good at first, but your chances of growth back is going to happen a lot quicker. So that's a nice thing about the soft wash process, because it's not damaging your siding, and it's killing what's on there. So those are the things you want to be thinking about, questions you want to be asking whoever you're going to have come clean your house, the outside of your house, the exterior. If they tell you they're going to come with a pressure wash and use pressure to clean it, you're really running into a lot of potential issues. So hopefully, if you're in the market for an exterior cleaning, think of Lakeshore Exterior Cleaning, and we'll come out and we'll help you, and we'll give you a job that you're going to be happy with. Other than that, don't be afraid to ask questions. I mean, whether it's to me or whoever you decide to hire, make sure it's somebody who's experienced and knows what they're talking about. So I've seen people who think they can do it on their own, and then they end up calling us because they already screwed it up. And you want to make sure your biggest investment is protected and looking good, and that's what we're here for. Any questions? Bill Andre, Lakeshore Exterior Cleaning, 616-294-0120. Have a great day.